they are compromising your free choice. And what you should be doing is voting according to your conscience. You vote with your hearts and with your minds. You vote for those who have won you over by the power of their policies, by the power of right over wrong. If they have convinced you, they are going to set things right. That's what should dictate who you vote for, not fear. And I know there are communities, vulnerable communities, a lot of Indians in certain areas who are petrified because they are told you will lose your SOXO, you will lose your housing loan, you will lose your study loans. I'm telling you this is going on. I know none of you can be threatened, okay? That's great. But you know what you can do? If you have friends, if you know people around you who are being threatened, assure them that they cannot know how you vote. And you know what? There's so many of us voting this time anyway. I mean, all these things about, huru hara, trouble, none of that's going to happen. None of that's going to happen because, as I say, we have changed. Malaysians are peace-loving. We are peace-loving. And don't forget, if we get, and we have a project called Jom 100, we want 100% voter turnout. If we can get, can we do that, by the way? 100%? 100% from BU lah, for sure, okay? If we can get 100% voter turnout, even 90%, right now voter turnout is 75%. If you can push it to 90%, let me tell you, you can overcome every bit of fraud and unevenness in this battleground. You can do it. We will overcome, let me tell you, we will overcome all of that if you come out in big enough numbers. And what does that tell you? How many is that? 13 million voters. Let's say 80%. You're talking about more than 10 million citizens coming out to vote on the 5th of May 2013. You are not alone. No one is alone on the 5th of May. You have nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. And encourage your friends. If you're scared, you may lose this project, that project, I don't know. Then don't be scared. If anyone is threatening you or your friend or someone you know, tell us. Because we will take it up. We will take up your cause. Because they have no right to compromise your free will. And we must know that. This time we have the golden key, yeah? The golden key to the future of our beloved Malaysia. Now, what about the smear campaigns? Look at the kind of tactics that have been used. Smear campaigns. Front page of the Star today, you have a whole load of articles. Oh, increasing political violence. I wanted to say, for goodness sake. We've been talking about political violence since last year. You know that. You know that Percy has been raising it. What happens? Nothing happens. Nobody does anything. But what's interesting, if I can tell you this, was when I saw a video of Anwar Ibrahim speaking, big crowd in front of him, this was in Johor, hooligans at the back, making a lot of noise and trying to be disruptive, police standing there not doing much. But what was interesting for me was the public in front who completely ignored them. They ignored them. They didn't engage them, they didn't look at them, they just completely ignored them. Anwar Ibrahim continued speaking, they continued listening, they were clapping and they carried on. They just ignored them. And that's why I know that we know how to handle political violence, people or bullies, because we will ignore them. We will not engage. We are peaceful. And voting day is going to be peaceful. So what was the purpose of the Star putting this on the front page? Frighten us? Yeah. Is that what you're trying to do? Are you frightened? No. No. Don't be frightened. There's 10 million of us out there. Okay? They should be scared. The bullies should be scared. Bullies are cowards anyway. You know that. They should be afraid. Because there are 10 million peace-loving Malaysians coming out to cast our vote. And no one's going to stop us doing that. I wrote out, you know, of course, the famous Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream speech. But I wrote out one little part of it which I thought was relevant to these circumstances. And he said, we must forever conduct our struggle on the high plane of dignity and discipline. We must not allow our creative protest to degenerate into physical violence. Again and again, we must rise to the majestic heights of meeting physical force with soul force. That's what he said. And in the Malaysian context, we will rise over again and to the majestic heights of meeting physical force with, in this context, semangat bersih. Now I know you're all ready to vote already. Actually, I'm ready to vote. Are you ready to vote? I'm ready to vote tomorrow. I did check the weather forecast and I did think there might be rain. So please go early. Please check your details before you do that. And there's one thing I need to tell you, and this is about indelible ink. Indelible ink will be applied to your left forefinger. Okay? Jari petunjuk kiri. And be careful, they say it'll dry in 2 or 3 seconds. Now, I'm not so sure because we don't know. We haven't had experience with it. Please be careful with your ballot paper. Take your ballot paper with your other hand because you do not want to smudge your ballot paper with the ink. If you do, and this is what EC has come out and explained, you can ask for a replacement ballot paper. Okay? So you need to know about indelible ink. You need to know because unfortunately, they are going to apply ink before giving you your ballot paper, unlike other places or other countries where they let you vote first and then apply the ink. And that's what we wanted. But they're doing this. So I just want to caution you to be careful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is, and I'm going to end here, there is a saying in Tamil, and this is about voter turnout. All of us have to be out there. There is a saying in Tamil, Adimel Adivettal Ammiyum Naharum, which means, you know what it means, yeah, some of you know what it means, which means even a block of stone, if there are enough of us, you can move it. Like sikit-sikit menjadi bukit, maybe something similar. So, what I'm saying to you today is that if there are enough of us out there on the 5th of May, 2013, we can move mountains. We can move mountains. So, I ask you, are you ready to move mountains on the 5th of May, 2013? Salam bersih, everybody. And I will see you on the 5th of May at the polling station. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dato Ambiga. We need more people like Dato Ambiga, regardless man or woman, to represent a new voice for new Malaysia.
是的，谢谢 Dato Ambiga， 再一次给他一个热烈的掌声，好不好
Please give another round of applause to Dato Ambiga.
？Yes, fellow